Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Just came in today to talk about what's going on in this YouTube sector. And I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't see anyone there, but I'm just going to go ahead and start talking. Just came in today. So, after watching all of this stuff that's been going on in the last few weeks, the last few months on YouTube, I started asking myself, when you are a content creator that does not beef, what do you use for content? Because if you're not beefing, it doesn't seem that you're going to be interesting to this new group of people who like to beef. So I was sitting around, I was like, okay, I'm losing my zest for YouTube. It took me a long time to get the subscriber count that I have, and I did not get it through beefing. Basically, my story is this: I had a spine surgery a couple years ago. I think it was in 2016. So I had a spine surgery, and I was laid up for quite a while, y'all, and I got bored. And I had been watching YouTube videos while I was laid up in bed, and I just started thinking to myself, hey, if they can do it, I can come on here and talk. So I started the channel and just started talking about everything, everyday things. What was going on in reality TV shows, what was going on in the world, in politics, all that kind of stuff. And slowly over time, I got subscribers. Hey, Lockhead Boss Lady, thanks for joining me. But what I was saying is, slowly over time, my channel started to grow. In the 3 years that I've been on YouTube, I haven't had any beefs. I don't know if it's because usually I stay in the bushes when the beefs are going on. I'm watching it just like everybody else, but I stay in the bushes. And just recently, I just started commenting on, a lot of the YouTubers that are beefing, commenting on their videos, or in their chat. But like I said, what do content creators like me, what are we going to talk about? Should we comment on the mess that's going on, or should we just stay away? I don't know. It's a fine line, because what happens is, if you start to comment on it, then you become part of it. And with the way these people are doxing and all of that stuff, I don't want no parts of that, because that stuff is really, really crazy. Um, I wanted to know, like, what is your honest opinion of all this drama, this doxing, all this hate that's currently going on YouTube? I mean, are we honestly upset with it, or does it keep us entertained? Now, I must say, y'all, I took some time off from work, um, just because I can. Um, and I've been watching YouTube, and y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I have not watched television in so long, because there's so much stuff going on YouTube, that YouTube has become the new TV for me. And when I'm watching, I'm like, is everybody beefing? And how did I manage to get this subscriber count that I have? Now, let me just say this: I don't make a lot of videos. Um, I make videos when I feel like it, or when I find something interesting to talk about. And that's when I make videos. Um, a lot of times I'm even nervous about commenting on people's videos, because, you know, they will watch the video and see what you're saying in it. I and then come back to their channel and say stuff like, well, I saw this certain subscriber over here and they were talking about me. I thought they were down for me. So sometimes you don't even want to comment, you know. This stuff has gotten crazy, you know. It is really crazy. And my last question that I wanted to ask people is, who do you think is responsible for the drama that's going on in this sector? Like, who do you think is responsible? I actually believe that it's a lot of responsibility to go around. You know, to me, if it was me and I was one of these people that were beefing, see, a lot of stuff people say don't bother me because I know who I am. And these folks don't even know me. So why should it bother me? But I guess if you're on here daily and you got people talking shit about you, it's kind of hard not to say anything or not to come back. I do understand that. I do understand that. Also, I noticed that it's a lot of young people. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all, because some of these old people on here that we're going to talk about, a few of them, are on here showing their natural asses, y'all. I could not even operate like some of them that I see. They they are setting a bad example for the younger YouTubers, because I guess these younger YouTubers say, "Hey, look, if they on here acting a fool, why shouldn't we?" And I also believe that people who are new to YouTube believe that this is the best way to get your subscribers up, to get your channel out there, and to just become popular on YouTube. But I think that hey, Lady Tia's T-shirts and designs, but I think that if you just come out here, do your thing, and just be authentically you, which is what I did, other than not coming on camera, and I explain why I don't come on camera. Other than not coming on camera, I am I am who I am in my regular life, y'all. I'm not gonna come on and put on a show for folks that are watching me. I just can't even do it, because first of all, I got grown kids. My kids be done had me locked up in fucking insane asylum if they saw me on YouTube acting the fool. I believe they would. So what I'm asking is, when you're doing your content, because I see a couple people on here that actually have channels. How do you figure out if you're going to get involved or not? And then if you're not going to get involved, what do you find interesting to talk about that will bring people over to you? Because even I'm having a hard time saying, okay, because basically half the time I can't make a video for me watching their shit, because there's so much stuff going on. Sometimes I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna make a video about this. I'll start the video, start recording my video and then get ready to upload it and go to YouTube. And then I see some stuff going on and forget that I even have a video waiting to be uploaded. I don't know how you even do it. Then you have these people that are my age. And y'all, I keep telling y'all that I am like um Lady Tia's t-shirt says, do I think games are being played? Absolutely. I do. Just sitting back, y'all, you also got to understand I'm middle age. I'm 54. So a lot of this stuff that I see is silly. It's this fake outrage. It's craziness. And after a while, you start to say, if I can see through it, why can't other people see through it? You know? Because a lot of this stuff is people are doing just to get y'all to their channels. I'm going to give you a good example. And I'm not going to say I used to like her, but I did watch her occasionally. And that's Nicole Tyler. Y'all, she's playing to the camera. And I don't know where her kids are, but like I told y'all, if I was on here acting a fool, my kids would be tripping. Do you hear me? My son 32 and my daughter 24. They would be tripping. They would be so embarrassed if I came on half dressed because what happens is when my kids realize I had a station, a channel, and then they subscribe, of course, they're going to get notifications. So just imagine if a 32-year-old man logged on and he saw his mama on here half dressed. Girl, he is not going to go for that. And my daughter, I think, probably would be so embarrassed that she wouldn't even talk to me anymore. And then if people from YouTube started doxing me and then found out their information. Even to y'all, I just put up a video and it was about that Felicity Huffman, the one who got the 14 days. And I'm always a little reluctant to add any piece of my personal life to it. But at the end of the video, what I did is I put in a clip of my daughter at her college graduation because I wanted to show people that what Felicity Huffman did, everyday people like me who struggled to put a child through college. Hell, y'all, at one point it felt like I should have been eating beans and cornbread as much money as I put out for her to go to school. But when I was putting that little part in there, I was like, should I do this? You know, should I even put my child's face out there? Even to a video I did about me visiting a plantation and, running into a sign on the way to take my daughter to school of an Underground Railroad sign and me taking a picture of my kids standing in front of that sign and then debating on whether I should put that picture out there because I'm one of the people here on YouTube that do not believe that bringing kids, no matter what age they are, into an argument is a good thing. But a lot of people here feel that all is fair in love and war. I don't know, y'all. That just, I think, when you fight, you should be able to fight with what you got, what you bring into the table without bringing somebody's kids in. That is so fucking weak, y'all. It is so weak. Um, I just think about all of the different. Do y'all realize what we have gone through the last few months on YouTube with all this craziness and how long it's been going on? Y'all, as I told y'all before, I don't normally do these lives, but I wanted to try something today. I wanted to try to do a call in because I don't like talking this much. And I would like to hear from some of you. On in this sector, there are YouTubers that are positive. One of them is Miss Gina, Queen of Talk. I see her on here, and as positive as she does not get the same amount of people coming into her lives as if you're beefing. So that made me want to ask the question, you know, if we and y'all, I'm gonna give y'all my calling number because I rather actually let y'all talk or ask questions or let's have a discussion. I guess I'm gonna join in this talking on YouTube to people, I guess, these live chats because it seems that this is the way to go. And then I'm getting tired of talking to the screen. I like to interact with people, and I just think that's a better way to do it. So what I'm doing now, y'all, is I'm putting in this calling number. Give me a second. And the pin is let's see. Now bear with me, y'all, because this is the first time I've done this. So give me a second. But like I said, it is all of this stuff that goes on, it worries me about our sector of YouTube. It actually does, because we got to the point where people are calling us the Section 8 sector and all this crap. So I just wanted to know if, because I'm a content creator that doesn't beef, what would y'all suggest, or what interests people other than beef? You know what I mean? Because if you're not beefing, then what are you talking about? Because people are not interested in just normal everyday conversation. They want to get on here, act a fool, get as many subscribers as they can. Another good example is that Rick Reed. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you. Let me turn this down. I find him utterly ridiculous. I think it's sad that the way that he's attacking Rita, be it right or wrong, whatever she did, for him to come on, befriend her, and then come on and just talk about her kids, tell lies, go through YouTube, find everybody that he feels is worthy of him talking about, and talk about them. I just find this crazy. I can't even believe that this actually is going on. When I came on a couple years ago, it wasn't like this. Not to say we didn't have beefs on YouTube, but it wasn't to this extent. And I actually don't think that it's going to change, because people have started to get money. They see that when you're beefing, that you get a certain level of, I guess, clout out here. They're not going to stop this. So I don't even know if peaceful content creators like me even stand a chance. Because if you're not beefing, you're not getting views. Do y'all see it that way? Like, can you name some content creators that are in our sector who are not beefing, that you actually watch on a regular basis? Do y'all have any out there that y'all watch? And Lady T is also asked, how do you think YouTubers can get away from this stuff? I really don't even think that there's any getting away from it, because it's so popular. Um, 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think it's gonna end. I really don't. Actually, I think it's gonna get worse, because they have gotten a good taste of what it's like to get paid. And that's exactly why I don't, when I come on here, I work every day. So I don't need to be getting paid for coming on YouTube, something that I find interesting to do, fun to do anyway. So now I don't knock the people that have their cash apps up there, because look, if people are visiting you every day, then visiting your channel every day, then I guess why not? I just don't choose to do it at this time. I just don't. That's just not my thing. Lady Tia says Rita is upset because she doesn't understand why other content creators are allowing him to continue to drag her in this story about her kids. Now, I thought the other content creators were speaking up for her. Like I went in Rita's chat today, and when I saw her going on, first of all, I had to mute her because she was yelling and screaming, and I can't do all that. Um, hey Gemini 75, but I was typing in her chat, Rita, don't let these people take you there. I also think that a lot of times these subscribers, the messy ones, they carry bones so they can cause, you know, problems between content creators because they like to sit back and watch the bullshit. They like to watch them going at each other. They like to watch them tearing down each other. I believe, truly believe that that's a lot of what's going on. It's people carrying stuff because sometimes you'll watch a content creator and they'll be on their live, and then the next thing you know, someone will come in their chat and say, "Ooh, they over there talking shit about you." And if they don't look at it then, they're gonna go in later on and view it and then get in their feelings. It's hard to be out here trying to do your thing and people are constantly bringing you stuff back and hard for you not to respond. So I can kind of understand. Now, here's the thing that I do. I try not to let what people say on here bother me. I've had comments in my comment section with people just saying all kind of crazy stuff. And at first, I used to respond back because you like, hold up, wait a minute. You don't even know me. I don't even come on screen enough for you to be responding to me. And I was getting caught up. But then one day I was seeing her, I was like, these people don't know nothing about me other than what I tell them. Why am I letting them upset me? Rita has to learn to sit back and make her own judgment because Rita appears to me to be easily led and easily upset and popping off before she gets all the facts. And that's not anything against Rita because y'all, there was a time in my life when I was younger and I used to do that too. Where you get mad and then later on after the smoke clears, you say, "Well, wait a minute. What, should I even have gone there? Why did I get upset now that I know all the facts? I wasted my energy." But I think it's so many people in Rita's ear that it's hard for her not to. And especially since all of her business, or a lot of her business, has been put out here on YouTube. I mean, how can you not get upset? You know? Gemini 75 says sometimes a sub will say, such and such said blah, blah, blah. Then the content creator starts going off and the other content creator, that's true, hasn't said anything bad really. And then, you know define what is bad. If these people don't know you, why are you getting upset over stupid stuff? I can't even see it. Now, I can see coming on and addressing threats, because if the threat came from YouTube, then to come on YouTube and let YouTube know that you're being threatened. I think that is because basically you're leaving a digital print saying, okay, I got this threat from YouTube and I want to let y'all know what's going on. I don't see anything wrong with that, you know. But this doxing, this carrying bones, all this hate, this drama, this women beating up on other women. Y'all, we got enough shit going on in the world against us for us to be sitting on YouTube, tearing each other down every 5 minutes, you know, t- talking about each other. I have never seen so many hating assholes in my life, y'all. Like I said, I'm 54, so I done lived a long time. I done worked different places. I done lived in different cities. I have never. It's something someone said. I was watching their live, and they said they don't have a problem giving another woman a compliment. It only bothers you if you're insecure in yourself. I can sit up here and watch one of these content creators put on makeup and be like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, or her hair is beautiful, or see someone, you know, really start to rise on YouTube, I don't get jealous. Now, for me, it makes me, it inspires me because I say to myself, well, if this girl can do it, or that woman can do it, why can't I do it? So it inspires me when I see another content creator, you know, start to rise. I think in Rita's defense, Rita has a lot going on. And sometimes when you do, you're not thinking clearly. You know, I don't know about all that stuff with her daughter. I did see the videos her daughter put out. And I'll just say this, I wish her daughter wouldn't have done it, because that brought a lot of people into Rita's business. But on the other hand, her daughter is an adult woman. Basically, I guess she doesn't live at home. She had something to say and she was going to say it. Y'all know how kids are. You can tell them, but they don't listen to you. I got a couple of my own, you know, that I tell sometimes, don't keep all your business on Facebook and Instagram. Stop putting all your business out there like that. But you can't tell these people nothing. You know, you can't tell these young people. And they live in this digital age where they, you know, this is their day. They wake up in the morning, roll over, do a selfie, brush their teeth, post that they just brush their teeth, go make an egg. They'll post that they made an egg. This is the world that they live in. So this is their reality. What bothers me is when people that are in their 40s, late, well, I'm going to say late 30s, early 40s, and definitely my age, because I'm not about to be out there wasting what little energy that I have at the end of the day arguing with people on the screen. I'm not doing that. I think it's crazy. I also think that when Rita was arguing today, she was so upset. She she didn't want to read that chat, but when you were watching her chat, person after person after person was telling her, just call Fi Babe, y'all work it out behind the scenes. But so much of her life has been put on, you know, YouTube, that it was hard for her to do that in that moment. She was upset, you know, and I don't know. I just know that about a week ago, I watched her call into Five Babes Live. They seem to be getting along. She was holding it down when they were in San Antonio. Y'all, so much shit going on. It boggles my mind. Um, I just, I'm wondering where it's going to end. I'm kind of worried, y'all, that eventually something is going to happen. That's the part that worries me. We don't want to be in this sector laughing and joking and calling it kiki and beefing for dollars and all that. Then we look up and one of us content creators is dead. You know, somebody done lost their damn mind, got in their car. Like this morning, I was watching Five Babe talk about the threat that she got. You know, when you when stuff like that happens, I know this is YouTube and everything, but that's not funny, y'all. That's not a joke. That's something to be taken very seriously. Because just think about if she didn't and she opened her door, or her and her daughter were walking to the car. This is from what I'm seeing, a single woman that lives with her daughter. What if they're walking to the car and somebody rushes up behind her and this girl is really forced to have to defend herself? Um, what happens then? What happens if that person does drive 11 hours, y'all? We done heard worse. Remember the lady that found out that her husband was cheating? I think the bitch was an astronaut. She put on a diaper and rode all these hundreds of miles or whatever to get somewhere to attack this woman. I think she killed the woman. So it's no saying that it's not crazy people out here that would actually do something like that. So if I was her, I wouldn't think it was funny. I wouldn't say, well, I'm not going to worry about this. I would do everything in my power, first of all, because she got that little girl there. Whatever's going on with people not liking her, what does her daughter have to do with it? That woman said that she was going to go there and I guess shoot them, bring her man, beat Five Baby and her daughter up. Y'all, that is ridiculous. And if you listen to that little girl, because the girl that was saying it was 23 years old, my daughter is 24. If you listen to her, she was damn near tears. Why is she so emotional about talking about going to beat up Five A? Why was she crying? I don't know, y'all. This is crazy. So now are y'all saying that Five Babe is mad at April? Or who's mad at April? Is it Rita that's mad at April? Is it as April or which April? Because y'all, it's a few Aprils on here now that I've become aware of. So is it supposed to be Five Babe mad at April or who's mad at April? Y'all, I'm still trying to get this call in together. Yeah, Gemini 75. It is definitely crazy people out here. And with all these guns floating around, with people not wrapped too tight. If I was Five Babe, somebody had made a joke that she better get uh, a bodyguard or get some security. Y'all, to me, I don't see anything weird about that, or you know, where she shouldn't take it serious. And that's another thing, y'all, that I want to talk about. Why is so everybody so jealous, or why does everybody not believe that she could, oh, it's Rita and ask April, that she does not get that many people in her chat? Y'all, I don't I don't know why people hate on other people's success. Let it motivate you. If some of these people want to be big YouTubers, or their whole thing is they want to get, you know, those amount of people in their chat, do the work. Find something that interests people. Y'all, I remember when the news was being done by Tracy. I actually didn't find it funny. Here's what made me start watching Five Big. She's funny with it. You know, it's not only her talking about the other YouTubers. You only get mad when if she's talking about you and you feel like, okay, I don't want her talking about me. They're getting upset over somebody talking about them. It's funny. It she found a niche. I don't know, I just don't understand all the hate. I guess that's what I'm saying. Why are they hating on somebody? I could see if what she was doing was physically hurting someone. We have entertainment news stations that do it all day. They get on, they talk about these celebrities all day long, bring up all their business, not only bring it up, but go send people to film them and everything. Basically, she's doing what Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood and all of that. That's basically what it is on YouTube. You said, I think that when Ask April was in Rita chat, she was telling Rita that by not setting her up, and in Rita's anger, she pretty much said, you can just leave. See, like I said, I think that Rita was reacting out of emotion. And if it had been me, I would have just called Five Babe and said, girl, what's going on? Um, you know, I I'm hearing this stuff. Or now, is she believing that damn Rick Reed? Because if she's believing him, does she consider him a friend? Because isn't he the one who put all her business out? I, girl, I can't even. I the stories are so convoluted, and everybody is so mixed up in it. And You end one beef on Tuesday, and before the evening is over, then there's another one. Y'all, I'm gonna try this conference thing again.
Select shared calling service.
Hold on one
Payment
second.
for this call will be deducted from your service. You can hang up now to avoid the reduction in minutes.
It's this, like I said, this shit is crazy.
Welcome. This service is provided by
I don't even
freeconferencecalls.com. Please
see.
enter your access code followed by the pound or hash
Okay,
sign.
let me try this again. 59669. 5966960.
If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash.
Hold on, y'all.
If you do, your input is invalid. You entered 596690. Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash.
Y'all,
If you
this
do not know your PIN,
I guess I
enter
should have
pound
practiced
or
this stuff
hash.
before I came in. I was like, I'm gonna try it and see what it's like, but I don't know. Hold on.
Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Thank you.
Okay, so if you'd like to call in, let me just see if the calls um come through correctly, because like I said, this is my first time doing this. But yeah, I just think that I also think that maybe Rita should take a step back, y'all, and evaluate who her friends really are on here. Be careful what she puts out there, um, and stick to what she knows best, because she's gonna let these people make her have a damn nervous breakdown. They wouldn't do that to me. I would not allow these people to be in my ear every 5 minutes. I just wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't allow them to have me upset like they had her upset. That's what I kept putting in her chat. Rita, don't let these people get you upset. And if she would do that, I think Rita would grow more, because a lot of people really like her. And I think a lot of people feel sorry for her, and it makes them like her more, especially with all the stuff that happened with her daughter. I'm, she said, I'm really not sure about the relationship Rita have with that cancer parasite, but I wish he would just go away. He starts so much stuff in everyone's chat, but they are entertaining him. Well, y'all see this man have like what is it, over 1,000 subscribers, and he got them fast too. And I remember one night he was in someone's chat, and then he went live, and he was saying that he didn't want to be a content creator, but he has over 1,000 subscribers now. See, that's what I'm saying. People are here for the mass. They want to see this. Even though people keep saying they don't want, they wish it would go back to where people were doing their original content. I really don't believe that people want that, to be honest. I really don't. I think they actually like all of this. I think that it gives them something to watch. They also think it's fun to start crap here with these content creators. They think it's fun to start beef between them. I really think that I don't believe that this is ever going to go away, because it's taken hold now. It's actually taken hold. So why would you stop? Why would you? If people would stop watching, which they're not going to do, and y'all, I'm not sitting up here acting like I don't watch, because I actually do. I can't. It's whether they say it's like a train wreck, you can't help but to watch, because when somebody is on here screaming and and yelling and going off and flipping out, you know, you can't help but to watch. Now, this exposing stuff, y'all, I just think that's very dangerous. Okay, if you Google yourself, like put your name in Google and see. I just did this the other day with myself. And when I saw how much information came up, y'all, I was like, I'm about to shut my YouTube channel down. I'm not about to be on here because I don't want nobody come looking for me. I'm about to go borrow my brother's American Bulldog or whatever this big husky dog he got and have it at my front door because the amount of information that's out there is so easy to find information on people that it's that scary in itself. I did it for my mother when she was over here. Let her see when you Google your name, what you find. I think that, like I said, somebody's gonna get hurt. I don't even think it's a matter of if, I actually think it's just a matter of when. Somebody is gonna get hurt. We're gonna be watching it on the news and say, wait a minute, wasn't she just on um just on YouTube talking about somebody was bothering her? Next thing we know, this girl is on the news. Gemini 75 says a little bit of mess is entertaining, but this dirty stuff is not. It is not. It's scary because I don't want to come on and one of these people, even the ones that I don't like, I don't want them dead. Like, okay, I really am not feeling Tracy. I just don't like her, period. But do I want that girl hurt? No, not at all. I don't want anyone to go to where Tracy is and actually hurt her. Fine, babe. I like her, you know, and she does the news and people are upset with her. Do I want one of them to go there and stump her and her daughter? No. Jay Wilson, all I mean, think of all the ones that are out here. Even to that, oh Lord, I don't even want to bring this up, but it is, oh God, it's so much on here, y'all. Even when I watched that whole thing go down with, what's that guy, King Jives, is that his name? Last week, I was seeing her like, really? Okay, it says you, Lady T said, I've been in this sector for over 2.5 years, and everyone has done some dirt or fell out with each other. That is true. That's why I'm saying that leave it on YouTube, cuss each other out, argue, but don't start digging up people's information. And okay, I noticed in one person's chat, someone had said something like, why are you taking this to the police? They have better things to do. See, you got to get stuff on record, you know? You got to get it on record. The police have to be aware that there was a problem, you know, that there was something going on. So if you come up missing, they have a place to start. um Gemini 75 said, yeah, she had a YouTube friend Google herself and she was shocked. Um, because when you see what's going on YouTube, you start saying, well, let me see if I Google myself, you know, what can these people find? Now, I will say this. When I Googled myself, some of the information that was in there, I was like, no, no, that don't have nothing to do with me. I don't know where they get this information. So all of it is not true. I'll just say at 100%, I will say this, about 60% of the information, wait a minute, I'm even going to go so far as to say about 70% of the information that was out there was true. And it even links your family members, your friends, any, I mean, how is it doing that, child? That's too much. See, that's why it's easy for these people to find all of these people's business, you know. Have any of y'all tried to call in? Because I'm trying to see if this Y'all, I'm trying not to cuss because I don't know if my kids watching. If this shit is working, let's see. Because if not, I'm about to end this stuff because this music works my damn nerves. Y'all, I just have wanted to come on really to ask the question. If you are a non-beefing YouTuber, what is it that y'all want us to talk about? Can y'all put some suggestions in the comments? If we don't get down with the beefing, first of all, do you want us to come on our channels, the ones that are not beefing, and try to help the ones that are beefing stop the beef? Would you like us to come together as a unit, the ones that are not beefing, and say, okay, enough with this shit? And y'all really, are they gonna listen to us? I'm just saying they're not gonna listen to us. If we are to help this sector, what can we do as non-beefing YouTubers to to curb some of this? Because I tried to even do a video say, y'all, let's have a peace summit. They pretty much say, girl, F you and that peace summit. I tried this, you know, go into different people's chat and say, let it go. These people ain't trying to let it go. Um, I think you just call in on your regular phone, you dial that number and put that pin in, and then it brings you in. I've been starting to call in, like I called in on Duchess Kelly Love's live because I was telling him his voice was beautiful, and why isn't he somewhere out here on somebody's stage singing? Y'all, there's a whole bunch of people in this sector that are really talented. You know, they can sing. They're graphic artists. They're very well educated. We got a lot of positives to give other than this negative stuff. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm not going to be involved in the beefs. Just going to keep putting out positive stuff, building my, because I have the subscribers, but because I don't do videos that much, because y'all, like I said, I had lost the zest for YouTube. But I'm gonna start, just being out here, putting out my own content, and I guess hoping for the best, y'all. Because actually, right now, if I was to go on my subscription page and see what was going on right now, and some shit went down, I'll probably end this live and be over there my damn self. So the problem is we're watching. That's why it keeps going on. And I'm including myself in it because I'm watching too. Like I said, you can't help but to watch. Um when it starts to get bad, you want to say something, but half the time, those of us who are not beefing, we don't want to say anything for fear that they will turn their sights on us, you know? And I don't need that in my life, y'all. That all that craziness and on here arguing with somebody over something silly. What the hell? You know? I even when I watched that whole thing, she said, Gemini says they enjoy listening to people to share their testimonies and about things they have been through, overcome experiences. I do too. Um, there have been a couple videos that I've watched of people who are on drugs, and they talk about, you know, what it's like to be on it, and then when they get off. It's a woman that I watch, and I don't. Her name is Tita, I believe. And I might Tita Talks. That's what it is. She talked about being on crack and heroin and the experience that you have when you are a woman. Y'all, she had me so riveted to what she was saying that she had gone through when she was on drugs. And that's why what Gemini said, I agree with. Um, Lady Tia said, some who have talent beyond beef, Kay Summers, Duchess, Billie Jean, just to name a few. I actually watch all of them. The only one that I don't watch is Kay Summers. I have to check out that channel. Um, to see if it's something that I could get down with. Cause like I said, y'all, I am 54, so some of it I can watch, and some of it I'm old enough to be their mother, and it remind me being around my kids and they acting a fool at their ages. I'm gonna tell y'all somebody that I'm I'm really starting to like. I like his little personality, and that's QB of the Midwest. Something about him I find interesting. And I really believe that he is going to go far because he has a certain way about himself. Now, when he turns on his little rap music, I must admit, y'all, I gotta mute it for a little bit till his song go off because y'all gotta think that ain't my music. And I say, hold on, Rachel, wait till he get done, and then come, come back and listen to his commentary. It's because I'm just not big into rap and all of that. Y'all, the bottom line is people are out here showing their asses on YouTube. Nicole Tyler need to log off, and her kids need to come somewhere and talk to her. Like I said a few months ago, I actually had started warming up to her, but these stunts and all this stuff that she's doing here lately, like I logged on to her today, she had on a hat backwards and revealing shirt and a blouse, or was, I don't know, a teddy or whatever it was that she had on. And she not representing for women in my age bracket at all. And I'm just gonna keep it real, y'all. Don't think that all of us are messy. Don't think that all of us find some of the stuff that is going on with people my age cute. We don't. We're embarrassed because I'm sitting up here thinking, these women are damn near menopausal, y'all. Do y'all know what menopause does to you? Do you know the energy that it saps from you? Do you actually think that I'm gonna be having a hot flash? She might be having a hot flash, y'all, and and it is causing her to lose her fucking mind. Maybe that's what it is, because Nicole is out here acting like a whole fool, y'all. It's just ridiculous. It really is. She needs to quit. And yeah, back to that QB. I actually like him. First of all, something about him reminds me of a younger version of my little brother. If this boy doesn't look like my brother, now my brother is 50 now, but QB reminds me so much of what my brother looked like at his age. And then I just like his personality. I also like that gentleman's panel. I think it's something novel because, first of all, we're always seeing a woman's point of view, where it's us on here yapping, yapping, yapping. And it's nice to see what men think of things and their spin on things. So I think they have the potential there to really make that something that is interesting here on YouTube. And I hope they keep up with that because I like that they are doing it round robin, where each one of them get a chance to do their part and do it from their point of view. And that I like the element of when QB bought in, people calling in. All of that made it, interesting. And I can't wait to see what that fine ass chocolate Deshaun Farley, because that he's cute, y'all. He is cute. I know he doesn't. Is he gay? Because before I said I don't want to say that he is if he's not. I think he is, but child, he is a nice tall glass of chocolate. He's cute and he has a very beautiful smile. I think is he the one that's a teacher? Because I don't think if he's a teacher he gonna be on here showing his butt, because that kind of stuff gets back to the school and it can jeopardize his job. So don't look for him to be on here showing his butt. Y'all, my daughter actually went to school to be a teacher. And before they actually graduate, they actually have to teach in class for a few months, do like a little internship. So after my daughter had taught in class for a couple months, she decided this ain't for me. She said she likes actually teaching, but she didn't want to be, in a classroom. So basically what she's doing now is she works in corporate America and she's a trainer in a corporate, in a company. She's one of their trainers, which as soon as she saw the difference in pay, she forgot all about being a regular teacher. Because teachers don't really make that much, but when you take that teaching degree over into corporate America, you can work in their HR department, you could be a trainer. So as soon as they told my daughter how much she was going to be making, she was like, F teaching kids, I'll be over here at corporate America. But yeah, he's not going to be on there, because I remember when my daughter was beginning the teaching thing, she used to say, the reason why, mom, I don't get involved in a lot of stuff, because it could get back to the school, and by me being a new teacher, it could jeopardize my future. Even to like when she was teaching, how these young girls wear these little short skirts and all that. My daughter was wearing them with tights and stuff, but she noticed that the little boys, because she was teaching high school, was flirting with her. And you got to think, she not that much older than them. So they didn't see her as, Miss Teacher. They saw her as a possible woman. So she had me take her to find more suitable clothing, as she called it. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see him on there turning up too much. He's going to keep it lively, but it's only so far that he can go. Y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I just wanted to come in and ask those questions and just see, what is it that beef free content creators like me, what can we do to help this sector get back to some semblance of normalcy? Or ask, is this the new normal in our sector? Is this what it's going to be? Because my opinion is this is it. Y'all, it some people have given up, thrown in the towel, and jumped in the mess. That's why I ask, should we even comment on it? Or should we just let them beef and we stay in our lane doing our thing? Pretty much that's why I came on. Um, it says, thank you for that information. My daughter is working at a preschool while in school, and she's having second thoughts about teaching and dealing with kids all day. Yeah, my daughter, I don't want to say the name of the company that she works for, because, like I said, he's supposed to be doxing. But just put it this way: what the teaching job, with kids and all that, because my daughter was going to be, I believe she was going to be the most boring teacher, the English teacher. I think she should have done math, but you can't tell them what to do. But just put it this way: what they're paying her is almost double what she would have made if she had started out as a new teacher. Think about that. Almost double. So she graduated, and actually she graduated in May, and she waited all the way until October to actually start working, because once, and to this day, y'all, she won't tell me how much she made. She will not. Uh, yeah, when I ask her, she just smiles and says that it's really nice, mom. So whatever it is, it made her forget all about teaching in the classroom. So yeah, tell your daughter to apply with companies when they're looking for trainers, to work in their HR departments and all of that, because just from seeing what happened with my daughter. And also a trainer that where I used to work at, one of the trainers that we had was a retired teacher. And she basically said that when she started in corporate America, it started her off making more than what she ever made as a teacher. So that education degree really transfers well into corporate America. Um, Actually, y'all, it I believe that that's why they're losing a lot of teachers, because when teachers see that they can go in other areas and take that degree, and it works for them. Why would you be at school getting cussed out, beat up by these kids, or their parents come up to school acting crazy when you can go over in corporate America and make almost double in some cases? Now, y'all also got to think my daughter is only 24 years old. So for her to be making double, almost double, because she said it's not actually double, but it's almost double, that's really saying something. And why should they, after spending, all those years going to school, not make decent money? I think it's sad that they pay what they pay teachers. I think it's really sad. And actually, when she said that that's what she wanted to do, with the grades that she had going through school, I was thinking to myself, that is such a waste for someone so intelligent. But it was something that she always wanted to do. And I truly believe this, y'all. If you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. So I never try to push her in one way or the other, either one of my kids. Right now my son loves to cook, and he can make more money doing something else, but he was being a chef at different places. It caught on, and child, he's cooking every 5 minutes. When somebody can sit up and talk about a steak for 2 and 3 hours, how they cook the steak, they're in love with cooking. So, you let them do what they want. But y'all, I just wanted to come in and try this live out, and I still don't know if I'm feeling this, y'all. This feels weird. Lady Tia says, glad to see you live again. I know this isn't your thing. I just said that too, but I always like to hear your sound advice. Y'all, let me tell you, I don't know if I give sound advice. What's weird? I don't even give my kids advice. If they don't ask, I do not put my 2 cents into their lives. Here's why. Because when I was younger, my mother was all up in my business, y'all. At one point, I lived near, pretty much next door. Let me just keep it real. My mother would actually, when I was younger, in the wintertime, and I would tell her I'm having company, my mother would pay attention to the footsteps leading to my house, and if there were any footsteps leading away. And if she woke up in the morning and there were no footsteps that left my house, she would be over at my front door with her key now, saying, I saw this man's footsteps leading to your house, Rachel, but I didn't see any leading away. And I was thinking to myself, I don't live with you, woman. I'm grown. I'm 22. I live in my own house. Why are you counting footsteps? So, what I said to myself when I was younger is that when I get older, I'm only giving my kids advice if they ask for it. Um, so if anything I've ever said on my channel has helped you in any way or moved you in any way, I am glad that I could. If you want advice, I can try, but like I said, sometimes people don't want to hear it. And I also believe too, just from my own past experience, you got to bump your own head. You got to make your own mistakes. Trust me, because when I was younger, y'all, I did not like women my age telling me what to do. I would listen to some of it, but a lot of it, I had to bump my head. And when I say I bump my head, I bump my head. I had to learn the hard way, but learn I did. So that's why I don't believe that it's always a good idea to be 54 and trying to tell y'all what to do with y'all life. Live life, make your mistakes, because that's what gets you to this age, you know? And I also don't think that wisdom always comes with age, because there's a lot of stuff that when I'm talking to my kids, they teach me every day. There's a lot of times that I'm at work and I work around a bunch of young women, and I sit back and I listen, and they teach me every day. So, proof that wisdom doesn't always come with age. Look at some of these folk here on YouTube. Y'all, look at some of these folk. Wisdom and maturity does not have a number on it, because you can have somebody, just put it this way, my daughter is 24. I wasn't as mature at 24 as she is. I remember myself, and I would not sit up here and act like that I was. I tell her that all the time. I said, at your age, you're way more mature than what I was at your age. I don't know if because her world was bigger, I don't know what it is. I just know that, you know, she's very mature for her age. And with that, y'all, I'm not going to keep rambling. I appreciate you guys coming over. I will try to do this every once in a while, especially once I get one of my kids over here to show me how to work this call-in thing, because I prefer not to talk so much. I've been on YouTube, I think, 2.5 years now. Y'all, I'm a little bit talked out. I do like the aspect of interacting with y'all, actually talking. So I'm gonna look more into that. I also have an idea of something that I want to do on YouTube that I'm not gonna speak about because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. I gotta just find a heterosexual middle age male to do it with, because what I noticed is it's a lot of gay males on that are doing things and giving their opinions of things, but I would like someone my age to be on talking and giving, just a lot of stuff that goes on in the black community with what happens with our men and their families and their jobs and them being black men out in the world. I just would like for us to just talk about it. I might even bring my son on one time and just, now he's very shy, y'all. I and we're not going to be on screen. Hopefully that will give him the courage to talk, because he's very shy. But he teaches me so very much. Y'all, this boy is sometimes so deep. He'll ask me questions. Mom, have you ever heard of this? I don't even be knowing what he's talking about, but I pretend and go along with it. That's why I say your kids teach you every day. I am not beyond learning from young people. Y'all, I actually like being around young people when they're not acting foolish now, because they keep you alive. They're funny. Um, and they're full of life, and they keep you up to date on what's going on. So, on the one hand, some of them could be foolish, but there are quite a few of them out here doing the damn thing. They're very bright, and they interest me. So that's why I said I'm probably going to do something with a guy that's about my age. And then I would also like to have my son come on, because some of the stories he tells me about meeting women and different things that he goes through when he's dating, y'all, it is actually hilarious. I'm going to leave y'all with this one thing that happened with my son. You know how when you're raising your son and you tell them when they get older, you don't ever want them to be fighting a woman or arguing or all this stuff or whatever. So my son was living with this girl who, y'all, was a Looney Tune, and I knew from the moment that I met her that something wasn't right. But I'm not the mother that steps in. If he likes him, I love him. When he's done with him, it's a wrap. But all while my son was growing up, I used to tell him, if you ever put your hands on a woman, I'm done with you. I always told him that if there's an argument and until he proves that he did not do anything wrong to her, I'm going to be on the woman's side. That's just how I am, whatever. So one night I'm sitting here watching television. It's about two something in the morning. Now both of my kids have keys to my house because that's just the type of mom I am, even though they're adults. So I hear my lock turning. Now, y'all, I didn't know if it was somebody trying to break in or whatever. So I went for my weapon that I have. But so when I stood up here and just let the person get in, I realized that it was my son. Y'all, when I looked downstairs, he was coming in with uh the video games, a television, all kinds of clothes and all this stuff. So, as a mother, I was like, what's going on? And then he said something like, well, she tripping. He said her name, the girl, and she over there trying to break up all my stuff. I had to call the police on her. And I was like, wait a minute, what? So then I told him, come on upstairs. I said, come on up here and talk to me. So what he says went on is they got in an argument and she started tearing up. He said first she broke his phone. Then she started tearing up stuff in the house, just throwing glass and all this stuff. So he said the first thing he did is went outside and stood outside because he didn't want the neighbors to think when that glass was breaking that it was up there, that it was him up there doing that. So then he said when she wouldn't stop and he could see her through. This ain't funny, but the end part of the story is funny. Okay. So he said he could see her through the window tearing up his shit. So he said that he didn't know whether to run back up there to stop her from tearing up her shit or call the police. So he decided to call the police. He said when the police got there, they were on his side. They escorted him into his apartment to help him get some clothes and, stuff that he needed to leave. They followed him here because basically the girl threatened to whoop his ass, follow him and whoop his ass. So the police followed him to my house to make sure he got here okay. So y'all picture this. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You got your son, this 32, showing up at your door like a battered woman. So after he had told me everything that happened, I was like, this ain't funny because he was not amused. I said, so what are you doing over here? He was like, I said, boy, you done showed up at my house at 3 o'clock in the morning like a fucking battered woman with all your shit. So he didn't find any humor in it. He was standing there looking at me for a long time. And this is what he said. And this is why I say when you're raising your sons, they are hearing what you say, even if you don't think they are. He was like, Mom, what did you tell me all my life about women? And I was laughing so hard that I couldn't, y'all, I'm silly. I couldn't even focus on what he was talking about. So he kept on repeating it. He kept on repeating it. So I said, what are you talking about? He said, remember when I was growing up and you always told me that if it's an argument and I feel like I'm getting angry to walk away? He said, well, first of all, when she broke my phone, he said, I felt something run up inside him and he wanted to choke the shit out of her. So he said that that's why he went outside. He said, I felt like I might cross the line. He said, so that's why I went outside. And he said, and that's why I'm over here tonight. He said, first of all, reason why I got all my stuff is because I don't want her to break up anything else. Now, y'all, the funny thing is, when he came, this the part that was funny to me that had me rolling. You know how the next day after a woman's been battered, she has to go back to the house to get some stuff. So I asked my son, y'all, now I'm only 4'11". Okay. I said, well, do you want me to go with you? Because he was kind of like hesitant to leave. And I thought he was going to say no. He was like, would you? I said, oh, well, okay. So when we get there, the girl is asleep on the couch. So I come in and I'm like, oh Lord, I hope no shit don't get started. So he go in the room and get his stuff, y'all. It was just we're so busy telling our daughters to be careful and that they get beat up. Y'all, she had twisted my child up. First of all, he is not that tall. If I'm 4'11", my son only 5'8". I think this broad was like 5'11". So when we was driving back from there, I told him, I said, boy, you better leave these big old tall bras alone. I said, you look like because they curtains, one window, the curtains was all messed up. So I said, what did she try to do? Throw you to the goddamn window? Y'all, he was not amused, but it was funny because if y'all have seen the house, And the way she was acting like the guy and he was acting like the girl. And I know that, like he told me, men have feelings too, mom. He was like, I don't know why you think this is funny. He said, if yo, I don't know why I think it's funny. He was like, if this would have been his sister, would I have thought it funny? And I said, no, I know now that it wasn't funny. But when he showed up at my door with his clothes damn near ripped off his back, I said, wait a minute, she beat you up? He said, Mom, now this is the part that I thought was funny. He said, yes, she did. He said, because I would not hit her back. He was like, other than defend myself, he said, like, put my arms up so she wouldn't hit me in my face. He said, I'm a man. If I start, he said, if I hit her one time, just by virtue of me being a man, I'm gonna hurt her. So he said, rather than even go there, I just let her, I guess, beat the shit out of him. I was like, I asked him, I said, you all right? You need to go to the hospital or anything, y'all? It just, the night was funny. And the funny part about it is, I stayed up all night with him talking, all the next day and halfway into the next night. I've been knowing that man for 32 years. He has never talked that much in 32 years. He had a lot to say about getting his ass damn near whooped by this big Amazonian bitch that had whooped up my child. Even when I went in the house, she tried to talk to me. He was like, don't talk to her. I said, boy, I'm not doing that. I just told her, I said, look, y'all might need to break up. That's what I told her. I said, girl, y'all might need to break up. I said, part ways because something ain't right. You can't be beating on my child. I felt like I was there talking about the woman, and it was actually my son. But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm glad that that lesson that I taught him about not fighting women, is it stuck because basically he let her bend him up like like a pretzel. Now, when my daughter heard about it, where he wouldn't have put his hands on her. But when his sister heard about what happened, she ain't the one. She was like, well, maybe he can't hit her, but I can. And I was just like, no, I'll let it go. Just let them break up. It's better off. But you have some men who, even though, because I think that my son may be one of those nice guys that like bad girls. Because let me just say this, he done had a couple broads that have been projects, as I would say. And what's weird, y'all? The mother and me, as soon as my kids bring somebody to meet me, in the first conversation, I can kind of, say to myself, oh, this ain't gonna work. Y'all, one girl, it was hot outside. I shouldn't even be telling all his stuff. He was going to kill me. But it was hot outside, and she was sitting on my stairs that lead upstairs to my house. Do y'all know this broad took her wig off and hung it on my banister? And when she did it, I looked over at him, and he just put his head down because when I said, did you just see this broad take her wig off? No, I didn't say that, but the girl there. But when they left out, I called him back. I said, don't bring her to my house no more. I said, if this is the first time she met me, she took her wig off, y'all, and hung it on my banisters. It was sitting there scratching her scalp. I was sitting there like, oh Lord, please don't let him fall in love with her, please, God, because she too regular, y'all. She too regular. Y'all, with that, I'm gonna get on out of here because I'm starting to tell too much of my kids' business, and they gonna have me in a insane asylum. They gonna lock me up for telling their business. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all out in these YouTube streets. Take care now. Bye bye.